Good afternoon, Claire. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Well, my name is Sharon, and I've worked here at this agency for about 4 years now. And so I've worked with a lot of teens that have some of the same issues that we talked about on the phone earlier. So when you come here, what we're going to do is we're just going to be talking about your life, about what all's going on, and just what kind of issues that you see in your life, and kind of how we can get through that. But first of all, did my secretary talk to you about the policies and procedures here?
Yes.
Okay, good. Well, I just wanted to re-emphasize our confidentiality policy. I want you to know that when you come here, everything that you say will be kept confidential. Unless something that you say implies that you're going to harm yourself or harm someone else, then everything here is just between you and me. So I want you to be comfortable and free to say whatever you feel like you need to say. Is that okay?
Yes.
Okay, good. Well, tell me a little bit about what you told me on the phone.
I guess I just realized that I have a drinking problem and fix that. I don't know. That's really the main thing.
Okay, well, that's good that you see that you have a problem and you want to fix it. So that's what these meetings are going to be for. We're just going to kind of talk through your problem and see kind of why it's there and how we can maybe get through that. And so that's what we're going to be here for. And as we go on, there's going to be several things that are going to be kind of difficult because whenever we have a problem, even when we see that we have it, it's sometimes kind of difficult to get through. So I just kind of want to prepare you that some things that we do, it might not be the easiest. And do you think that's something you're ready for?
Yes.
Okay. Because it's really good that you just want to get over this problem, but sometimes it's going to be difficult. So I just want to let you know that. But now that I've kind of got all the housekeeping things ready, I just want to talk to you a little bit about who you are. So just tell me a little bit about who you are and where you are in life
Well, I told you my name's Lauren, and I'm a senior in high school, and I play volleyball. Uh, I don't know. I guess I stay at home with my parents or hang out with my friends and just normal teenage stuff. Go to school. I really like playing volleyball, so.
now. You said you live at home with your parents. Is it just you three, or is there someone else in the house?
It's just us three.
Okay, so you're an only child?
Yes.
Okay, me too, so I know how that is. And then you also said you like to hang out with your friends.
Yes.
Tell me about your friends.
A couple of them are older than I am. Most of them are my age.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's usually just the girls in the volleyball team, and then some of their boyfriends.
Okay, so you play volleyball for your high school then?
Yes.
How long do you play?
This will be my 4th year.
Okay, cool. I played volleyball in high school, so totally know about that. What do you think is the best thing about your volleyball team?
We're actually pretty good, so
Okay. What about the worst thing?
we don't always get along.
Okay, so there's kind of some tension in the relationships there. Okay. And then you also said you're a senior in high school, so how's school go for you?
It's going really good. It's really stressful, but it's pretty good. I make really good grades.
Okay, so you make good grades. That's awesome. So tell me a little bit about your relationships. You told me about how you have your parents and you have your friends, but tell me just a little bit about those relationships.
My relations with my friends are pretty good. We all get along pretty well. But with my parents, I guess it's a little more strained. We argue a lot, especially here lately. I feel like they're just kind of always on my back, so it kind of gets annoying. We don't really talk a lot as much as we used to.
Why do you feel like they're always on your back? What do you mean by that?
Just because they expect me to do like exceptionally well in school, more than I feel like most parents do, and I make good grades. They just are always pushing for me to do better, and it gets annoying because I feel like I'm trying my best and they don't see that, but they just always expect more. Same thing I guess with sports and stuff. They just always want me to do more, and I'm like I'm doing my best, so it just gets annoying.
So they just have really high expectations
Yeah.
that you feel a lot of stress to meet.
Mhm.
Okay, so you said that your parents have really high expectations for you. Why do you think that they have such high expectations?
I think they just really want me to do well because I'm the only kid, so they want the best for me and they just want me to succeed. And I think a big part of it is they're both really well known in the community. My dad's a doctor, so I think he just wants like his family to just be like the best at everything, and he feels that there's expectations for him, so he wants that for his family.
Yeah. So do you think that it's just kind of a competition for your parents? Is that kind of how you feel about it, or?
Kind of. I think that that could be part of it, but I think that just do your best. I think that their best interest is for me, so
That's good.
I'm sure that's probably what it is.
That they kind of see the potential that you have, and they really want you to meet that. So that's really good that they have that for you, even though it does cause stress. Also, earlier you said that you guys argue a lot. What is it exactly that you argue about?
Just because I feel like I try my hardest and everything, and it's never good enough. So we argue about that a lot because I don't think they see that.
Okay, so that you don't think that they appreciate how hard you're trying, really? Okay. And just in a few minutes, I want to talk about kind of why you started drinking. But do you think that maybe the reasons that you drink have anything to do with your relationship with your parents?
Yes, I think that's probably actually the main reason. Just because I get tired of hearing it from them, so I'll just like leave and then I'll just go drink and I don't have to worry about it anymore.
So it's kind of like a stress reliever, but could it also be maybe that you kind of want to show them that you don't have to follow their rules or something, kind of like a rebellious thing?
Yeah.
Okay. So, tell me a little bit about when you started drinking.
I guess it was about a year ago, but it wasn't a lot when I started. It's just kind of gotten more.
Yeah. So tell me about that first time. What were you feeling? What was kind of going through your head?
Actually, my friend had just turned 21, so we were just hanging out, and her and her friends that were older than I am, they were already drinking, and I was like, well, why not? So I did, and then I guess it just kind of escalated, not like bad or anything, but I realized that I didn't really worry about anything when I was drinking.
So you kind of saw drinking as a way to escape from reality and all the stress in your life. Okay. Well, how much? I know you said that first time that it was kind of like a one-time thing, but then it went on from there. How much do you usually drink?
Like now? Probably 4 or 5 times a week.
Okay. And so you called me and you came here because you said you had a drinking problem. And do you think that that problem has to do with the amount that you drink, or what constitutes a problem for you?
Well, when I drink, I'm usually like drunk. It's not just like, oh, I'll have a drink 3 or 4 times a week or 4 or 5 times a week, but like I usually drink a lot when I don't drink.
Okay. So what you've told me so far, it seems to be that you have a lot of relationships in your life. Some of them are kind of stressful, and you have a lot of expectations on your life, a lot of stress. And because of all that stress, you kind of turn to alcohol as an escape. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it seems to me that you understand that you have a problem. You kind of understand why that problem is there in your life. And tell me about what you think would change in your life if you just completely stopped drinking.
Well, even though I do good at school, I guess this last semester I've gotten A's and B's, and I've never really had that before. I've always had straight A's, and I think that that's partly because I do drink a lot. So I'm sure my grades would improve again. I would get straight A's again, and then with volleyball too, I'd probably perform better.
Yeah. So you feel like your drinking has become a problem because it's affecting your performance at school and all of that. Okay, so you said that you wanted to quit drinking so that your school and volleyball would stop being negatively impacted. But what about your relationship with your parents? How would you like to see that change?
I think I'd like for it to get better. Definitely for us to quit arguing so much and just to kind of relieve some of that stress there.
Okay. So we've talked about a lot of really good things today. I kind of learned more about you and why you started drinking, how it's affecting you. And so now I think we also have some really good goals. You want to see your relationship with your parents improved. You would like to improve better in school or perform better in school and also in volleyball. So that's really good that we have some goals that we can work on as we go from here. What I want to give you right now are just some resources that I like you to read over. This one is just a little brochure about alcohol awareness, just so that you can know how it's affecting you, biologically, psychologically, all that kind of stuff. And then the second one is just our agency's alcohol treatment plan. Just so you can look over how that goes and if you would like to get enrolled in that. And we can talk more about that next week. But just as you go from here, just kind of read over those so that you kind of know a little bit more about why we're here. Before you leave, I just want to schedule an appointment for next time, unless that's something you don't want to do.
I do.
You do? Okay. So what time would be good for you to meet?
Probably after school Thursday.
Okay, what time would that be?
About 3:30.
Okay, that sounds good. I will see you then.
All right, thank you.
No problem.